Okay, we're going to talk about how to make one of my favorite things ever, pom-poms. Yay! So I use these little Clover pom-pom makers. They look like this when they're closed. They've got legs you can open, and then they've got two halves which you can take apart. That all looks very complicated, but it's really not. So you want to start with the two halves put together and the legs matched up and one of the legs shut. It's actually two legs. So you want two of them open next to each other like that. And you're going to take your yarn. And some yarn makes better pom-poms than others. This is Malabrigo worsted, which makes a great fluffy pom-pom. But when you're using a single ply, you have to be a little bit careful when you're tying it off, which we'll talk about in a minute. That doesn't mean you can't use it though, it works great. Oh no, it's tangled. So, as you can see, I am just wrapping these legs. Wrap, wrap, wrap. And you want to kind of go back and forth and wrap it as evenly as you can. And the more you fill up this space in the middle, the fluffier and denser and more wonderful your pom-pom will be. There are other ways to make pom-poms with like forks or cardboard or stuff like that. Honestly, I think these are worth the couple of bucks they cost because you get a really perfect pom-pom every time. Alright, so now you close it back up. And you can snip this yarn. Sometimes I'm lazy and I don't even snip it, but it does make it a little easier. You're going to open up the other two legs, pin it down with your thumb, and start wrapping. These also come in a bunch of different sizes. This is a relatively small one. The super jumbo one, you can easily use almost a whole skein of yarn making a pom-pom. So just be aware that pom-poms always take way more yarn than you think they're going to take. You can also do pretty cool things by either wrapping one color here and one color here, or wrapping one color for a while and then switching to another color, or wrapping two colors together at the same time. All sorts of fun stuff that you can do. So close that, snip it, get them closed up tight, and now you're going to look for this little slit here. It really helps to have small, sharp needles. You're going to get in there and you're going to cut. You might have to kind of dig in there. Make sure you cut all the strands. As long as you're gentle, it won't like fly open or anything. So now you've got sort of this weird yarn sandwich thing. Alright, and this is the part where sometimes the single ply yarn isn't really strong enough, so I like to hold it double when I do this with single ply. That usually is good enough. So you're going to take a strand, or two in this case, lay it in the middle of that sandwich, tug it really snug all the way around, tie a knot, and tie it. And make sure that the knot is going down into that slit as much as possible. And you really want to get it tight, because you don't want to be losing your little pom-pom hairs later. Alright. And now you can trim your pom-pom after you open it, and you'll probably want to, but any trimming you can do now to just get any like weird long strands out of the way will save you time. I like to leave these ones because you can use them to sew the pom-pom onto the hat, or whatever you're putting pom-pom on. It's always a hat in my case. Alright, so now you're going to open up the legs. Pull it apart. Kind of roll it in your hands like that. And you have a beautiful pom-pom. Yay! They can tend to be kind of oval shaped, kind of egg shaped. If that bugs you, you can just like prune the sides a little, kind of make it more circular. This one is actually not bad. Yay! And then you just use the little tails to tie it to a hat, and you are good to go.